2 Point Campus. This game is way too addictive. So anyway, in the last video, I finished getting 3 stars for Pisa Lanatra, and now I'm just going to show you basically what I did with that level, my final setup. I did a few years just getting money, getting a little bit of kudosh, and leveling up gastronomy and a little bit of funny business. And I'm just going to quickly show you the level that I am finished at. So if I want to go and get any achievements later in the game, that's all set up. And here we go. So continue. So the next one is MITTON Academy. And for that, I think it's the robot level. So we're just going to continue. Yeah, I got up to year 9 in Pisa Lanatra. So 134 students, 56 teachers. So yeah, I did put in a bit of work between the last video and where I am now. So I think for the next level, I'm not really going to bother with the templates because they're definitely not a good choice at the beginning, since you don't need to have 110 students. And I think a lot of that was wasted anyway. So I'm just going to kind of stick with doing the basic stuff at the beginning. Maybe make the rooms a little bit bigger so there is expansion space when I'm finished. And here we go. So this was the building I originally started with. This is the building I originally started with. I did a little bit of work on some of the outside. I put some more kiosks around. The rose garden, I definitely like the look of that. And I made it so that the sidewalks and everything are a little bit more visually appealing. So I put a couple of buildings kind of like classes close together, because I've seen that in some of the videos that I've been watching over the last little while. Although, one of the things I did kind of earlier was I put 6 of the savory kitchens all close together, and then where these are, I had 4 of the sweet kitchen. It just looked... It looked too robot, like too computerized, where it's just too efficient, and I kind of wanted things spread out and give them a more unique look. So I kind of like what I did with the bedroom, and I might do something similar in the future, where rather than just having your basic block shape, which gets boring really quickly, I started doing some other things. There's not really a lot you can do with classrooms because they require usually a pretty big square. So for this one, it's a 6x6 that's required. So unless I'm going to make a 6x6 and then extend it out a little bit for some of these, which that is actually an option I might do, just because I'm kind of sick of just your basic square look. So I did that. Yeah, the library is something that's... there is a lot of extra room that you can use for everything. So I put the large library in the middle. I did funny business. I thought I had 2 funny business cases. I guess not. 2 gastronomy, 1 funny business, and 2 of each of the different study things, because sometimes they ask for the textbook study table, sometimes they ask for the computer one, study, and textbook. So it's good to have at least a couple options, especially in the later ones when you start getting a lot more students. But it's easier just to kind of copy and paste the library somewhere else rather than just make a bigger and bigger one, because the capacity for this is 16, and I did a little bit of playing around. Even if I extended it all the way out where this room is here and down to this area, I think I would only get 24, so essentially twice the size for 8 more students. So it's easier just to sometimes duplicate the room rather than trying to extend it to some ridiculous proportion. And I made the shower kind of an L shape, and I sort of did the same with the student union and some of the bathrooms. And yeah, I like keeping the hallways at 2 and sometimes 3, and then kind of filling the 3 with a lot more for students to do. So yeah, that's basically my level. I got quite a few more of the buildings. I filled up this one over here. This is the main one you start with. This is the first expansion that I got. and I finally got I got a lot more kudos since the last time. So I got the racetrack, I got the crescent benches, I finally unlocked all the kiosks, and I think I had the love hornet or love trumpet, but I also got the crazy taxi driver, and now I have 3 kudos to start the next level with. But yeah, I just did put a little bit more work so it's a bit more visually appealing. So yeah, you have 2 sweet kitchens here, and I kind of like it making it so that the door is side by side with the room next to it. So that's probably why I'm going to avoid using too many templates in the future. And then this was the building south of there. I added another dorm, some more lecture halls, because I think lecture halls are going to be one of the things you have to make sure you have lots of room for in this game. That staff room. Yes, I do have a bathroom here. Good. Bathroom, another tutor hall. So yeah, I think one tip that I have for this game is when you're actually starting a new level, probably at the end of the first month is when you're going to see all your students' grades. So you would go into your course managements, click on your students, and then just organize it by grade just to see the lowest ones. So if you have any F students here, it's good to get them into the private tutoring early so that they don't fail out on you. And even D's or C's, you kind of want to make sure that you're sending them to private tuition. So this D student is, this C student is, and this one is not yet. So you can kind of set, well, your own personal minimum grade for you want to see before they, oh, actually, oh, he graduated, okay. I was going to say that I guess C plus students can't get tuition, but yeah, they can. It was just we had 2 people graduating, and yeah, I think the C plus is probably where I want to set the minimum. So anybody that's C plus or less, if I can, especially in the later years, just send them to private tuition. So this is the main building. This was the 3rd expansion I got, and then I also added another one here. And yeah, if I decide that I want to work on getting more of the career objectives, career goals later on, we have 1, 2, 3 other buildings that I can get. So yeah, there's plenty of room to work with in this, and yep. So that's my map. It's pretty. I think it looks pretty good how I want it to, and financially, I'm pretty well set. I get over $1 million in tuition every year. I spent a lot on the staff wages because I think I stopped keeping track of the staff and just started hiring a bunch. So if I do decide to continue on with this level, I'm going to have to. Well, I'm not really going to have to hire any staff for a while. I can just keep extending out the rooms, adding more private tuition, and until I get any warnings in this level, I'm pretty set. So the average academic results are, wow, 93, so I did pretty good on this one. Student happiness is 73. So anyway, that's my level, and we are finished with this one for now. So, on to Mitton University, I think. I'll check when I go there. So exit the map, save and quits. And that's what I did between the last video and now. So 3 stars for Pisa Lanatra. And the next one is Mitton University. So, Historic University is looking for somebody to take them into the present by opening a modern campus on its hallowed grounds. I originally thought that this was the night one, but I think this is the robot-centric one, so we're going to start and see. So that's just the same caption that it offers when you mouse over it. Oh yeah, I put a lot of clubs around mine too, and I think this is the level that unlocks the Daysher Club and the Bookworm Club. You can choose to focus on one, but not everybody's going to want to join the same club, so I think it's best to just put a whole bunch of clubs all over your place and just see what sticks. Oh yeah, I remember this level, I think. I'm pretty sure this is the robot one, and it has a opening in the center that First thing I'm probably going to do when I get a little bit saved up is just kind of cover that over.
Is not a belief system.
Yep, so this is the robot one, the intelligent life. Welcome to MITTON University, where the age-old institution is trading its gargoyles for gigaflops and developing its first fully functioning robots. So I think that you're probably able to do a bit more in this than before. I'm probably going to put down a science lab and a VR lab just near the beginning to see if the students are actually learning anything from that, because the gastronomy students were actually using the science lab, but I don't think I ever saw them use the VR lab. Them or the funny business students. So if they don't use it within the first 2 years, it's probably just going to be sold and use the space for something more efficient. The university's antique facilities may be easy on the eye, but they're not ideal for cutting-edge science. Make a name for yourself by building the modern campus that MITTON deserves. That we will.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water.
Hello, I'm Sophia, founder of the Google Technologies. I hear you're trying to build a robot. Phew, been there, my friend. The university has asked me to help however I can. I'm not building it for you, though. That would be cheating. Alright, well, we didn't need your help anyway. So, start by pausing it. So we need a lecture theater, robo construction, and a robotics teacher. We also need a dormitory for everybody. So we're going to start off small for that. Sell that off. Sell that off. And what we're going to do is just go over there. So we don't get any money from that. And it did cost us a little bit, but better now than later. So here's our main entrance. And actually, I think this is the main entrance. This one leads to a lot further in. So yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And why don't I just use the easier way of looking? So plots. Maybe not. Exterior. Trying to remember the easiest way to check out the plots. Campus management. Campus overview. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 different plots to work with. Okay, so we have lots of room to work with. It's just a matter of getting the kudosh and the money to actually get there. So this is our main entrance here, and everything further in is where we have to build. So let's start with a simple lecture theater. And make it a 4x4, so we're going to do... Let's make it a 5x6. And yeah, I guess that's a little bit more room to work with. 8,000. Yeah, we can swing it for now. So we're going to have the lecture theater there. Actually, we're not going to put it there. We're going to put the lecture theater... Alright, we'll put the lecture theater there for the time being. Let's see, a simple dormitory. We want one that's going to be... has room to expand, but let's see. So make it 5 by 5, and like I said, I like kind of having a little bit different shape. So let's make this a 5 by 5, and then a little bit of a extended out area there. Now I liked in the last one, put in the bathroom and the shower pretty close to there. So we're going to put a door on either side here. We're going to put the love bed in. I don't think we really need many of these, but I kind of like the effect that it has where it starts building up experience as you develop relationships a bit more. So that's an easy one for that. Let's put a little bit of wall space there. Oh, those are 500? Huh. I didn't realize those were so expensive in the last one. Anyway, so let's make some girly rainbowy beds here. Hmm. So if you put that there, could have sworn before I could actually fit these in. Oh well. They don't really need privacy because it's not like the students are actually going to be doing much here. And as far as I know, they've never really demanded privacy for anything, so. So. That is enough for 25 students, and we're definitely not going to take that nearly that many. So now we just need a wardrobe. We're going to put in 2 wardrobes. I think we're going to start off with maybe 8 students, just so that it's kind of easier to get them into the next year. 8 or 16. We'll see how I feel when I actually start this up. And we want some desks. 2 desks, so there's plenty of stuff for them to do there. Okay, so the dormitory is basically finished. We still have quite a bit of money. Now we're going to make a nice little bathroom. And there we go, bathroom. Have that there. And I like the golden toilets just because it adds to the prestige of the room by quite a bit. 2, 3, 4. 4 toilets. Let's do 2 sinks should be more than enough for everybody for the time being. Garbage bin. Oh, I should probably put a garbage bin in the room too. Let's put that by the wardrobe. 1, 2 garbage bins in there. And I think the hand dryer actually does serve a purpose. I'm not really sure from the mouse over, but might as well just put that in. And hand sanitizer. There we go. So the bathroom is done. The dorm is done. Now we are going to add a shower room because keep these students from getting too funky. Alright, so showers. Yeah, 4 should be enough because I don't know for sure, but I think it's like 1 shower basically is the equivalent of 1 bed, where it basically takes care of 5 students. I'm actually going to put the shower one, or the towels up here. So 3 towels is more than enough. And then, let's see, 2 sinks as well. So they were on the far wall over here. Kind of mirror that. So that's good. And what was it? It's 2 hand dryers. So the garbage bin and the hand sanitizer. So I put the garbage bin where in here? Just away from the door, so yep, let's just mirror that. It's there. Okay, so I had the hand sanitizer right by the dryer. That's why it's different. So there we go. And that looks good. Alright, so we have our lecture room. We have our dorm, our bathroom, our shower. Now let's see what this robotics lab looks like. Robotic construction. So we need at least a 6x6 room for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put the robotics lab right where this is. So we just need to get them building that out. There we go. Okay, so there's our robotics lab. And best part about this game is that you can always just delete a room and remake it however you want based on what kind of layout you have for everything. So we're going to put the door in the middle for this one. This is definitely not going to be our go-to one, but at least it's a decent start for now. So you have to have that. You have to have a whiteboard, a robotics project, and we'll put the whiteboard close to there. Now we're not going to add anything in yet because I don't know for sure what these students are really going to want. So we have that, and now we just need a good robotics teacher. Oh, good. So there we go. Robotics teacher is there. Campus is level 3. So lecture hall. So we are going to need a staff room. And yeah, I'm eventually going to kind of shorten these just because I don't like the way this looks yet. But hey, we can always fix that later. So manage courses. There's robotics. And now we don't want any of these. So we're just going to stick with robotics and upgrade that to 2. Now we can take in 15 students, or we can take in 16. So let's take in 16, just have a nice even number, and then we are going to build another, probably another robotics lab and another lecture hall. What if I rotate this one? Doesn't quite fit in neatly, but yeah. So we'll go like that, and then we are just going to copy this one, and it's pretty similar. We're just going to move the door. There we go. So our 2 lecture theaters are side by side. Looks pretty nice. We have a bathroom. We need a staff room and a library. So we're gonna put the library. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I make it a 6 by 6. All right. Well, I do any cleanup outside of the game, so let's put that like that for now. Let's add the large library because I like that better. And we'll put that kind of centered. I don't think it needs to be a 6 one. So there we go. Move that close to the wall. Now we just need, let's see. Okay, if I move that a little bit over, then I can put 2 bookcases here. And I don't think we need a records cubicle yet. Scientography, no, we don't need scientography. We will need the robotics one. So let's see if it's available yet or if it's after the course starts. Nope, doesn't look like it's available yet. So pretty soon the robotics case will appear and then I can put that in. But yeah, it doesn't look like we have one available yet. Okay, so let's just get in these cubicles. Let's do 1 of each to start. So I like putting them a little bit away from the door so I can put the garbage bin there. So that was the computer one. So we're going to put a textbook one in. And this is not fully against the wall. So we got textbook, computer, and study. We have our large library. And let's put in a records cubicle because they usually ask for one of those pretty soon off, right from the beginning of the level. A garbage bin and a hand sanitizer. So there's our library. It doesn't line up quite with this, but the good news is that now we can make a staff room and make it so it doesn't look so just square. Alright, so we want our staff room. Let's make it a 4 by 4, no, 4. And just move that down a little bit. Now let's put in a nice little door. I don't think you have to work on friendship so much for the staff, but It's $3.50. Yeah, it costs the same amount anyway, so why not? And let's make it something a little bit different. So your kind of weird green looking one. Put that there. Let's add. I do have a lantern available. So let's put that there. Move that so it's. Okay, so that's as far as that can go. Let's add milk and cookies for them to eat, so that at least they have that. And so while they're recovering energy, they are also getting everything back, like getting their food and drink back as well. And since the couch is green, let's make the carpet green as well. Um, let's add a couple chairs. And a garbage bin. And a hand sanitizer. There we go. So there's our staff room. I think that's basically everything we need to start. And so we have our library, our staff room. We could probably stand to hire a librarian, couldn't we? Okay, so gross. We don't want that. But it does move rapidly. Okay, we'll actually go with this one here. So squeaky clean and bin blindness, but iron bladder, so that seems like a pretty good trade-off. Let's put you in the library. You're the robotics teacher, I think. Do I not have it paused? Yeah, I did have it paused. Okay, so we have 16 students, so I think we're actually going to need 2 robotics teachers. So let's wait until we get ourselves a second one, and then we'll start the year up. Nope, lollygagger, hate those. 5, 4, 3. Eventually, they'll probably make some pretty good mods for this game. There's been some good ones out for 2 Point Hospital, but nothing yet for this that I've been checking every day or so. But yeah, when they finally release some mods for this game, then I'll definitely try some of those out and just see what they can do with it. Okay, so we have 2 robotics teachers. We probably are going to need a janitor as well, actually. So we want one that can actually do maintenance, because the other skills, even though they're decent, they don't really work for what their jobs are. Alright, so we're just going to go with that janitor, and while we're here, we might as well just get rid of the ones that we're not going to use. So lollygagger, we don't want one of those. He's rapid, but he can't do any maintenance, so he's gone. And let's check out some of the librarians. Gross, nope. Bin blindness, nope. Weak bladder, pass. And rapid is not bad, so we'll keep that one in our lineup there. So start new year. And yes, we do want to start our new year. So we're taking in 16 students. We can house up to 25 if this bed actually does hold students, but if it doesn't, then we're still having 20. Improving our campus level will allow us to open up new courses as well as upgrade our existing courses. So we're not really going to add any new courses unless they introduce a new one for this level, but we're just going to stick with robotics. So yeah, I got it for level 34 for our last one, and this one we're starting off at level 3. So we still have 181. One thing you definitely should do in this game... Oh, I didn't even notice. So in the last level, with all the work that I did, I've gotten a whole bunch of kudosh. So I think this is where there was one point where I went through all this and just got so much and got me up to about 3,400 kudosh. So we leveled up 3,000 gastronomy students. So let's just claim some of these and just get our kudosh up, which we're definitely going to need. Clubs, that's what we're going to have to put down here. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, just going through some of these here. 10 campus parties. Oh, a student union and a student lounge is what I'm also going to have to add into this game too. Just so that our students have something to do in the off time. So, and 500 friendships, so we've been pretty good with that. Yep, so our kudosh is not going to be a problem for a while. So I don't know if that means that we've earned 415 kudosh from this, or if that's like our career points or something different. Anyway.
Announcement. The timetable is now live.
So robots cannot be built in a day, not by students anyway. It takes a cutting-edge facility to promote innovation. Try modernizing your campus by training staff and upgrading equipment. So this is where we get the training room and possibly the research one. So we can build a training room. Now, there's actually a few ways you can go with this. I think I'm going to actually make a training room so that it's big enough to house 2 of those items that you used to train them. And so it's supposed to be 4x4, so we're going to make it... I'm going to make it 8x5 and just kind of... So we want to put 2 training ones in. So I think... Can we cut this off? Yep. Okay, so 2 fit side by side. So yeah, I've seen some that have... What is it? I think up to 8 training pods in a room. Although it's just absolutely massive because the training pods take up a 3x3 square. Well, 3.5 by 3. So you would definitely need a really big room just to be able to fit in a whole bunch of training pods. And we're not really going to do that in the beginning anyway. Okay, so if that's good there, we can actually cut some of this room off. And then we'll put the door in the middle. And we're going to go like that. We're actually going to make it so that... Pick up this room. And make it so that the robotics one faces there a little bit better. So, and that should be good there. Now, how does this look if I move it here? 1 square. Huh. Actually, so if I pick this up and move it 1 more over, and then this can fit in a little bit nicer here. There we go. Alright, so there's still 2 spaces to move in between the rooms here, and there was actually 16 students, so I should copy this room and make it so that it goes like that. And yeah, so I have 2 lecture halls and 2 robotic theaters. I love when you put a room down and if there's people in the square before you started editing it, they're essentially just flung out of the room. Okay. Alright. So one good thing about this is, unlike 2 Point Hospital, you can actually kind of chain training. So they want us to train our maintenance guy. Now, one thing that was kind of annoying when I started learning the game is just mousing over here to start training. You can hit enter there, and it starts it automatically. So you don't have to go click, 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 like a trained monkey. So let's do our librarian, and we'll set both of our robotics people to level up. And I also wanted to build a student lounge. So if I were to edit this building, ooh, there's lots of room to work with here. So let's see. I want the student lounge to be, if I put a stage in, it's going to have to be at least 6. But I think 8 is probably a better one to go with. So there's 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I put the student lounge there we go. Sell those off. And then once that's built, I can put in a student lounge or student union, and then maybe a student lounge sometime soon. So, student union. We want to make it so that it's at least 8 squares long. And let's add that little bit there, so it's just, like I said, it's not your basic square shape. And we want to put in a stage. They are pretty costly, but most most of the parties and everything that you throw in this game are going to require a stage. So if we put that there and we add the nice little secluded spot for the romance one, we need a gaming table. We'll put that not too far from the stage. And then the required item is this thing here, the bar. So we'll go like that. And I think we'll add one more door here. Actually, we'll put the door there and then delete that door. And now we can put in a jukebox. So it's a little bit of an expensive student union, but hey, we won't have to rebuild one or anything like that for a little while. So put a garbage bin in and a game of darts. Oh, and we need a table, just your basic tables. So yeah, the only thing I don't like about the stage is it's so oversized. So it takes up 5 by 4 squares, and you can't really do much about that. So if we put that table there, this table there, that looks somewhat interesting. Not my best work, but there we go. Now we just have to wait for the janitor to get trained in mechanics, and there we go. So yeah, I really like the fact that they've added the training one.
Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are
So
of
you're not
us.
stuck with teachers that just have 1 or 2 levels for something. I thought I saw 2 people get in already. Oh, so I have to train the janitor in mechanics, not maintenance. So that's why. Alright, so mechanics. There we go. That was what the problem was. And I believe because I think you can go 1 level higher for your teachers. But having higher teachers is definitely a lot better. They don't actually train in the off season or off year when students aren't learning anything. So it is a little bit of a trade-off to getting the teachers a bit better as opposed to actually teaching the students. So I think each level increases their teaching ability by 50% or something along those lines. And what was it I needed? A tutor. Do we have enough for a private tuition room? So we want to make that a 3 by 3. No, let's just make it a 2 by 2. And put the door on one side. Put this in the center. And then do a clipboard. So, very basic. Okay, so a very basic training room, but hopefully our students aren't complete dunderheads, so we don't have to use it much.
Monitor required to repair training pod.
Okay, that's weird. Huh. Okay, this is really buggy, so... What the hell is going on here? Huh. Okay, there's no way that they level up this quickly. This has got to be some kind of weird bug. Huh. Oh well. Hey, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So okay, these students are leveling up insanely fast.
No such thing as free time.
32. Okay, so they can upgrade the rooms. That was just so weird. The students went from the level 1, I guess, to level 30 something. And I think by the end of the last level, I was looking at like level 11 and 12 students, not level 30. So something fishy's going on there. Oh well. A janitor trained in mechanics can upgrade certain items. Upgraded items increase room prestige and the rate at which students earn XP. To upgrade an item, select it and use the upgrade button. Okay, so. Hmm. I think I'm just going to quickly restart the game, because whatever bug caused them to level up quickly like that is really weird. That takes all the fun out of this game. Alright, so quickly exit the desktop, and yeah, I'm just going to save and quit. Okay, so yeah, whatever happened there, hopefully restarting fixes it. Okay, and is everything looking good again? Okay, so we're back to 2 Point Campus. Okay, let's try continuing and seeing if that bug persists. I don't know. I remember last time playing through this game, the robot level seemed really easy, so maybe it's just a bug, who knows? But continuing on. I think there was a patch or something today. Yeah, I'm not going to blame it on the developers. Could just be a bug, who knows? But we'll see if my students are still level. Okay, 32. Alright, well. Hey. We'll see if that persists through the level or not. 32, 32. Okay, so a lot of them are still level 1. So, I don't know, maybe some temporary bug for that class. But, okay, so.
Announcement. Robots cannot assist with graded work.
So they want us to upgrade a robotics project. So let's do that quickly. Oh, I should actually add some food for them. I also unlocked the 2 more advanced machines from the last level, so let's put down one of the advanced food ones and one of the advanced drink ones. And we'll put that by the library and by the lecture hall. And let's add some places for them to sit. So this one, I'm not sure if putting it next to a wall kind of blocks something, but I started putting it a little bit away so that there's room for students to get in and make use out of it. So before, when I was watching, it was like for these and for the benches, if you put it so that it's right against the wall like this, then the 2 seats closest to the wall, they won't get in and use. But if you put it so there's at least like a half square, then at least they can make use out of that. So we're going to put that there. We're going to add a little bit of entertainment. Let's put that there, and a couple picnic tables so that it builds up their friendships, and there's room to move around. A water cooler, and a couple benches. So one bench here. Let's put one by the lounge instead, right in front of the window there. Oh, and clubs. I definitely want to put in as many clubs as possible. So we have, let's put the power locking one there, and let's put the power napping one by the, yeah, let's put it over right beside it. So they can decide to sign up for the power nap or the power walking. And okay, so the janitor is going to upgrade this, hopefully.
The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
So did the janitor actually train that quickly? I think so. So I'm not sure if he like it's pretty quick. So yeah, that must have been a bug or something. All right, so the students aren't just randomly shooting up in levels, and the janitor's taking a little while to upgrade. So yeah, just a temporary bug. I probably could have stuck with it, but oh well. All right, so while he's doing that, I guess they haven't finished their training, but somehow maybe he got like instant training because it was one of these. Who knows?
If you don't know where your class is it really worth going?
Even in the world of academia, there are a lot of things we don't know. In fact, we barely know anything. That's why I visit Bugle's research department every day to try and learn something new. If you stop learning, you're just getting stupider. More stupid, you get the point. Alright, so we also have to build a research lab, and the research lab is where what we use to essentially learn how to upgrade all these machines. So we're starting to run a little bit short on space for the time being because of the setup, but we also can't afford a research lab. So what I'm going to do is take out a loan because why not? So let's start taking out the maximum amount of loan, and then we can build the research lab, and if we pay it back early, great. If we don't, oh well. But it's better to have money than just to be waiting on money, especially in this game, because you always gotta kind of keep building and get more and more students in. So it has to be 4x4. We have just enough space for that. And the research one, I don't think that there's any reason to put more than one machine in. I don't think you actually can put more than one machine in. So you put that in, and let's put that close to the door. The only real option is to add a research console, but it adds 1%. So to really kind of buff it up, you'd have to put in like 100 of those things, and I don't think that there's really any options to kind of jack that research speed up. Oh, there is. But we are not going to get that one. It costs 50,000 to put it in anyway. 12 research power is good though. You know what? Let's bite the bullet and get that one. So we'll put in one computer, and that's pretty costly, but that room is finished. Now, has he given us any other objectives yet? Nope, not yet.
Monitor to maintain robotics project.
To use research to develop upgrades and new bits of tech. Research the robotics bookcase to improve our robotics course. Alright, so we do have to do specific one first. So robotics bookcase. It would help if I unpaused it and got them working. Oh, do I even have a teacher that can research yet? I don't think I do. But we can make it so that one of these teachers actually does that. Our robotics teachers aren't very good. Our librarians are not all that great either. That one's not bad. That one's okay. And that one's just a plus. So let's get in. So we have 2 assistants, I think. And let's see. So to get that, we will probably have to... No, they don't learn research. Is it teachers that learn research? I think it's supposed to be teachers. Nope. Okay. Assistants? Nope. And it's definitely not the janitors that learn it, so let's get our janitor's maintenance skill up a little bit. Let's teach the librarians to be a little bit better at librarying. And yeah, let's make sure that our robotics teachers are top of the notch. Okay. Alright. So it definitely needs a teacher, which hopefully this one's good, and then we can just shove him in there. Bin blindness. Nope. Okay, so that one's pretty good. Okay, so let's get you started on research.
Janitor needed in dormitory.
Yeah, so it looks like the training goes really fast for the ones you have to do here. So I don't know, maybe maybe if anybody watching actually tries the level and sees if they get the same bug, who knows. But all I know is that the first class here just went up to ridiculous levels. Alright, so now we have our robotics bookcase. Our campus is now a Bugle Certified Institute of Innovation, which is my way of saying I think it's great. Your students might actually build that robot. Who knew? Of course they're going to build that robot. So we need level 6 robotics students. So yeah, because of the bug, it looks like we got 8 of those already. And now we just need 2 more. Complete 2 research projects, build a robot, and campus level 12. So that's pretty doable. Now let's see here. We want our robotics bookcase, which is this one right here. And we're going to put that... We don't want it too far from the door, but we also don't want to clutter everything up. So we're going to put it here. Yeah, we only need 1 for the time being. And what else can we research? So let's get the lectern up, because I think that's probably a more important one. The lecterns are definitely something that everybody that comes into these courses definitely uses. So let's start with that one. And we could just duplicate this, but we're also a little bit short on teachers. Oh, actually we have another one here. Let's get that, and let's get 1 more janitor. Is there anybody good? No, Lollygagger is the one that I really don't want. That one's not too bad. So we definitely want just the maidens, guys. So if he gets hungry, then he's going to use the snack ones. So bottomless pit and the thirsty one are probably not all that bad, because you get a fair amount of income from them using the machines, and if you start putting the vendors down,
We've just completed
it probably
a
benefits you more
research
than
project.
hinders you.
Well done.
Look at this garbage, you freaking slobs. Alright, let's get a bin down beside these. And now we have 2 janitors, so We should get on that soon. Freaking students. They're such slobs. Okay. So once this research is done, yeah, I can see the research is going a lot slower than it did than compared to the initial one. Okay, sleepyhead sheep. Yeah, we can easily put that down. So we have our first club item request, and it's for the big Z sign.
Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
Let's get these janitors trained up a little bit better. So let's get mechanics up and mechanics. Yep. That way, when we can upgrade those lecterns, they'll do it a little bit quicker. Alright, so our profit is not great at the moment, but it's because we have kind of been just blowing through money quite quickly. So you don't want to get too much money in your bank. You want to make sure you're spending it fairly quickly, but you also don't want to have so little that you're constantly taking out loans. So we're going to buy the plot here.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me.
And yeah, I think for the cleanup, I'm going to make it so that there's a door here so that they have easier access to get to the second one. And
The campus is expanding.
probably make it so that there's another door here as well. Just because the more, or the less that they have to walk around things, the better. Oh yeah, freezing. I forgot, if you played 2 Point Hospital, temperature is a big thing in some of the later levels where you have to put radiators in essentially every room. They don't go through walls, so you can have the hallway just perfectly warm, but if you don't also heat up the rooms, you're always going to see these little things popping up. The freezing temperature sign. It's freezing here. I can't feel my elbows. Some of our students are getting too cold. Place down radiators to keep people warm on cold weather campuses. Okay, so radiators it is. And yeah, it's something you're always going to have to watch. You want to put it fairly close to the center as much as you can. So if we put one there, that heats up that room, that heats up that room. It may not look the prettiest, but it's better to only have to put down one radiator than like 10. Alright, so this is the staff lounge. So that being a much smaller room, can it fit between these chairs? The chair and the couch. There we go. That looks like a good spot for it. And in the library, let's put the one. Okay, so it's in the center there. And how about this training one? Okay, so that's good. The private tutor room. And for the bedroom, or for the dormitory. Okay, so that heats that up pretty good. Okay, I don't really like putting stuff so much in the center, but as far as the radiators, it's either put it like so it's hugging a wall. The only problem is that with these, when you put it in the center, it's going to kind of clutter it so that they have to walk really weird ways to get through things, and sometimes it creates like an impassable thing or an impassable area. So yeah, it's one feature of the game that I don't know, I'm not too keen on. Okay, so we got, yeah, so this being a much bigger room, so alright, so we had to put in 2 for that one, and now we have to do some of these areas. So put one there, yeah, you can tell just by the coloring of everything that's essentially where you don't always have to heat up the entire thing, but you definitely want to make sure that the areas where students do walk, it's not a really deep blue like this. So it's looking pretty good so far. And let's put one more here. So for things like this, it's one of the reasons why it's good to kind of cut out a lot of the extra space. So I like having, like I said before, I like having the 2 square width hallways. So I could probably cut out quite a bit of this. It's just, I think I'm going to be adding some more rooms soon. But we shall see. So the robot's 92% built. Oh, I completed a research project. I didn't even notice. So now I want to put in... Yeah, let's get the lectern all the way leveled up. Let's get these teachers up. Ooh, 15,000. I forgot how much that one costs. Okay. So 25% learning power is a really big bump as well. So it doesn't hurt to upgrade those. They're definitely the one that is probably more useful than doing all the classrooms, especially when you start getting like 6 or 7 of the same type of classroom around. Yeah, the limit for the rooms is always going to be 8, so it doesn't matter how big you make it, you're only going to be able to fit 8 students in each room.
Research project complete. Aren't you clever?
Okay. I don't know why I said research project was complete when it's still going, unless there was just a really big audio delay. So the machines don't really earn that much, just $1. Okay, so profit is still not great. So staff wages are the thing that's probably the highest for the moment. Well, I will probably do better in the second year. Okay, so that lectern is leveled up to level
Students are
2.
reminded that I'm
So
not your mum.
I don't know if the janitor upgrades it while they're learning, or if they have to kick all the students out while they're doing it. But I guess the class is over for the time being, so well, we are not too far from 1 star. And it looks like everything pretty much returned to normal. But we got a little bit of bump as far as grades go, so that's temporarily good. Henry Jobsworth is reporting for a routine health and safety inspection. 6 minutes. Okay. Alright, so if we train 3 staff, we get 5,000 sims. And let's get a veggie kiosk put. I kind of like keeping everything outside.
If it's
Or
not
as
on
far
our
as the kiosks
CV,
go.
it didn't happen. Not to me.
So we're gonna sell these trees because they just look really tacky, and that's where I want to put the vegetable kiosk. So let's put that in now. Put that one there, and line that up nicely. And let's put in a Slurpee one too. There we go. Okay, so we are well on our way. No, we don't need to change anything at the time being.
The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
have 4 teachers? Why do I have 4 teachers already? Oh, that could be why my monthly income is so low. Oh well. Alright, so they got the robot built, so at least we're ahead on that. I think what I'm gonna do is get rid of at least 2 of the teachers, because we definitely don't need that many. This one's doing private tuition. This one's training. This one's looking for work. He is rapid and iron bladder. This one's just clean, so... Oh yeah, I forgot. There's one thing they can add to this game, and it takes quite a bit of kudosh, but you can make it so that they're different colors. You can change the assistant's color and the gender, so it's about 20 kudosh each, but okay. At least you can give them slightly different appearances if you really wanted to. Anyway, back to the teacher's problem. So let's see. Which one is the most expensive? 32,000, 32,000, 37, and 44. So I would say... Let's fire the 2 most expensive ones for the time being. Okay, that should get my monthly income back up to a decent amount. Yep. Okay, so now we're in the green. So I don't know why I hired so many teachers, but especially in the early levels, it can really eat away at you. Alright, so wire. So I did complete 2 research projects by the look of it. Oh wait, the lectern isn't finished yet. Maybe I shouldn't have fired that teacher so quickly. This is not my best start. Not at all. I did much better the first time I came through and didn't know what the hell I was doing. Okay. I don't really need to worry about training so much for the time being. Yeah, we want the teachers, we want the students to actually... Okay, so there's a queue for the whiteboard, so let's add 1 more so that's, you know, they actually get back to work. Lined up. Okay, there we go.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
Oh, it's a cute little robot. I think after this class is over, probably the reason there's so much of a queue is that this is not really set that well. It's too close to the wall. So, once you guys get out... okay. So hopefully that works a little bit better. And just move this over so that at least the students can get in there. So that might have been a bit of an issue there. Okay.
Summer break would be a convenient.
Alright, so the first year is over. Let's view the awards that we got. No failures, 92% average exam results, so that's good. Yep. And training completed this year. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of the first year. Not really too happy with the way this level started off and with whatever that bug was. So I think I'm going to cut it off here, and the next video is kind of going to be a repeat of this level, and hopefully it turns out a little bit better, but yeah, I think the bug just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth
The
for this level,
academic
so...
year is now over.
Alright, that's it for tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or when I upload the next one.